take care of some business real quick. I'm going to talk to you guys about this Sportster build. Got a lot done lately. Tell you guys where I'm at on this build process. A little warm here. Here we go. All right. Let me talk to you guys about where I'm at on this build. Build's going good. We got a bunch of stuff happening here. My garage is busy. As you can see, I still have all the parts laid out. I got my king and queen seat here. This is a Solely Customs king and queen. I've got my engine underneath of my blanket because I was airbrushing and I didn't want to get any paint on my engine here. So I've took my frame to get sandblasted. It's sandblasted down to raw metal. I got my Solely king and queen seat the other day. We got the primer ready to paint the frame. We got all of our paint guns checked out from Sturdivant's Paint. They're good to go. We got our mixing quarts, and it's supposed to be 50 degrees next Tuesday. So we're looking to potentially prime the tank, the fenders, the frame all next Tuesday. Once that's primed up, we're going to paint it. Looking at the Bonneville Salt Pearl White from Harley Davidson. And it's going to be legit, man. Working on the airbrush station over there. And trying to get the... Knocked a whole bunch of arrows over and a beer rack. Let's see here. Alright, so I also got my Sportster treatment wiring system, which will delete the headlight turn signals. I got new rubber mounts inside of this box here. We can check those things out real quick. I haven't even opened the box up yet. Let's see. So, new wiring kit from Gremlin, which I'm excited about. Has instructions. We got the complete front rubber motor mount, rear rubber motor mount. So, when we come to put this back into the frame, we'll knock this piece off there and That's the old rubber mount. What's not cool about what I just did is I had that pushed in. I didn't take it out. That way I remembered which way it went in. Ha! Idiot. Now I remember. That's all right. I got a service manual in here. And I also sent off a whole box of parts to get chromed the other day. Like this rubber motor mount that was on here. There's a motor mount bracket right here. The little bracket that holds on the choke tube. And right by the pepcock there's like I did the foot pegs, foot pegs by the, like the bracket that holds on the foot peg for the passenger and the driver on both sides, right? Freaking a bunch of little pieces, just like little metal pieces that if I could take it off, I would take it off. This piece, it was like a mounting bracket for my ignition that mounts over here on the right side of the engine. If I could take it off, I took it off and I sent it over to a chromer. So hopefully those will be done soon and get back. As soon as we can get the frame painted, we're gonna throw the bike back together and I'm gonna take my time painting the fenders and the tank. But I've got a couple ideas of what I want to do. If you guys are familiar with Albert Hoffman, I'm gonna put Albert Hoffman holding the molecule right here on the tank. Looking at doing a little bottle like this on one of the battery cover, and then on the other side like a LSD logo, and maybe play around with some gold leaf. We went to Hobby Lobby the other day and we're looking at gold leaf. I've never done gold leaf, but I like it on bikes. I did buy like the Limeline gold leaf spinner so I could learn how to do gold leaf, and like the roller. So you roll it down, you brush it off, and then you can spin it. Did talk to, I really wanted the kind of like upswept exhaust system to go with the King and Queen seat. I'll bust out the King and Queen seat real quick, just take a look at it. This is from Solely Customs. Yeah. Super excited about that. So Solely Customs makes a seat for the 04 to 06 Sportster with a internal backrest already into that thing, and it's sick, dude. It gives you that old chopper feel on the newer swing arm bike. But that being said, I really wanted like the long kind of upswept exhaust system to go with the King Queen seat, and I reached out to, it's called Puco exhaust, and they basically told me because it's a rubber mounted engine and the where the exhaust mounts up, it wouldn't work to have the super long upswept exhaust system. So I guess I'm not gonna I'm gonna have to find a different alternative to that. But I did see some performance exhaust place on Instagram that looked pretty good. So at this point, we got parts everywhere. Learning how to airbrush. I was doing like a sky for the first time over here the other day. I've got like a autograph tracing thing I just got my light bulb for today, and trying to learn how I can do some of these graphics on the tank. I guess I got that like little bottle. I was thinking about doing it here on the battery cover with like cool psychedelic liquid kind of flowing out of it, and then just trying to piece together exactly how I want the bike to look. I'm playing with this Cricut machine and cutting out stencils. I did like let's see if I can get it on the camera. The Harley Davidson bar and shield stencil. It's hard to see that. I wonder if you can see my stencils here. There's like all the letters for it, the little inside of the bottle. So I'm going to try to start playing with the graphics that I want on the bike. Should have everything minus the, I need a new air cleaner. Rims are the biggest expense. It's $4,100 for the rims that I want. But it's rims, rotors, pulley, tires, mount and balance, which is, it's insane. Double what I paid for the bike for those rims. But I guess if you're gonna go for it, you gotta go for it. I looked at an option of buying a whole separate Sportster off of Facebook Marketplace and then trying to powder coat or chrome those rims. And that's still an option because I could probably get I actually missed Sportster the other day. She wanted $1,700. I was trying to get it for $15. She's like, if you bring 17, it's yours. And I checked the other day and it was gone. So there's a couple deals out there. You know, you find one that already has like the mag rims like I like. You just take the wheels off, and then I can work on building another chopper. But it's all space, time, and money, so no big deal. One thing I definitely did not realize when I started this venture was how much money it was going to cost. This, it's not cheap building choppers, that's for sure. And of course, I could probably slow down on the buying and do it over a longer period of time, but when you get locked into a serious project, you got to go for it. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for today. I got the frames powder or sandblasted down to nothing. We're going to try to paint it on Tuesday, or at least prime it. Try to prime it on Tuesday. If priming goes well, we'll get the paint. We still have to wait for it to be like 70 degrees in our garage, which if it's like 50 degrees outside, we can put a couple of these little space heaters in there and get it warm enough to spray. So we'll try to spray the frame and the gas tank and the fenders. We'll do both gas tanks. My old gas tank, I'm going to sand the fenders and the old gas tank down, and we'll prime both of the gas tanks at the same time, and I can use the old gas tank to practice on how to paint on metal, because I've just been doing like paper and cardboard right now, and that's a whole different animal. But as soon as we got it primed and painted, we'll try to start putting it back together. The pressure's on because we may be moving, so I really don't want to move with the entirety of a motorcycle disassembled and make it much harder, I'm sure. Alright guys, I'll see you next